Hi, I'm Kerry with Best of Us Investors. Every Sunday, Nita and I have a routine. We go out and do our normal Sunday morning activity and then come home. I shoot a video and then we sit down and we watch Sunday Morning with Jane Polly on CBS. And they usually do 5-7 little vignettes about something. And I find it very informative and entertaining. Well, yesterday they did a piece on ABBA. ABBA is a 70s pop group out of Sweden that really caught hold and then basically broke up in 1982 and didn't do anything other than they did a movie about one of their songs that really hit. And so they decided to come back and make a new album. And so they recorded the album, and it's called Voyage, and it's coming out. Well, somebody asked them, why don't you do a concert and promote the album? And it's two guys and two girls who used to be married and are no longer, and they're now in the 70s. And the ladies said, we'll do the recording and we'll do the album, but we're not doing the press and we're not going to do a concert. And the promoter said, yeah, but a concert will net you so much more money and we can promote the album and we can sell a lot of tickets and whatever. And your audience and your fans should really want it. And the ladies said no. Well, they came to a conclusion. And what happened reminded me so much of the video I did just the other day on October the 26th about Taylor Swift doing a concert in 2023, and it would be done through the Metaverse, and it would be done virtually, and we'd all be able to enjoy it. And Taylor, rather than making $345 million like she did off of her last concert, which consisted of 53 shows, she would make one show, and rather than pay $150 for a ticket, I'd pay $20, and she'd net $1.8 billion. And so that was in the back of my mind, and then I watched this on Sunday about ABBA, and I said, I'm not going to have to wait till 2023. It's going to happen before that, and the rest of the world doesn't know about it. I mean, we all saw Jim Wilson, the CIO, Chief Investment Officer, come onto Squawk Box and say he wouldn't live to see the Metaverse. Well, it's going to happen, a version of it, probably within the next couple months, and you need to be aware of it because it's going to change the world you live in, and we're about to see the first version of the Metaverse. So stick with me. This video is going to be fun. They're all fun, though, and I'm going to give you a view of what's about to happen. Now, then all we got to do is come together in our tribe and figure out who's going to make this possible. Who's going to take us the next step? ABBA's going to take us the first step. Who's going to take us the next step? I'll be right back. I'm not your financial advisor.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, I want to take some excerpts from the Sunday morning show to give you a little background. Now, I'm not allowed to share the music with you, or it would be a copyright violation. So if you don't know the group ABBA, it's ABBA. It's the first initials of each of the four members' names. Go find them so that you understand who they are, and then this video will make a lot more sense to you. But let me take you to what I saw on Sunday morning CBS and why I think this is going to give you a vision of what's about to happen. This is ABBA of the 70s, and they're coming out with a new album called Voyage. And this is ABBA of the current time. As you can see, they've put on some age. They're in their 70s now. But they're coming out with a new concert as well, and that's where I think we should be interested. As you can see, this is what they looked like back in the 70s, and this is what they're going to look like in their new concert as their avatars. They're actually going to put their faces on, and as you can see here, they had 160 cameras, and they had these devices on them as they move through, and then they'll plant the new faces on top of the bodies. This is the first step into the metaverse, and this is money, 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 and you're going to be a part of it. Now, we've seen this technology that I just showed you, where they wire the people and then they put new heads on them and all that. And we've seen that in the movies, Star Wars and Harry Potter and those sort of things have done that sort of thing. But now they're bringing it to the music industry. They're bringing it to the concert industry. And what I think you're going to see is how this transition from the movie world is going to enter many facets of our life. And our lives will now be all about anything that we want to get involved in. You're going to see in the ABBA concert the individuals, the performers, as avatars. And I want you then to imagine how that technology can be moved from that side of the camera to this side of the camera, and how I can move into the activity of whatever I want to do. Now, I think the real opportunities here is to find the small companies that are going to make this possible. And I don't think we can all do it individually. I think it will work a lot better if we come together to work on it. So I'm going to challenge you, do some reading, do some searching, and then come to Best of Us Investors and share your knowledge of who's going to make this happen. Because this is going to be bigger than the internet. As I did in my October 26th video said, we're going through the progression of the internet. We had internet 1.0, which was just the static presentation of information. We had 2.0, where beyond the static, we could we could actually do search and ask questions and get answers. And then 3.0 is going to be basically the 5G element, and 4.0 will be the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg, and I know that Tim Cook and Google, they're all going to be a part of it. I want to know who's going to give me the ability to achieve this. And I think the place we got to look is the gaming industry. The online games, they have the wherewithal. Right now, each of the gaming industry or gaming sites have their own platform. And I can go to each one and I can create my avatar and my persona and be a part of it. That won't work in the metaverse. We have to have the ability to move from one platform to the other, and then with one persona. And that will make the whole internet an open door to you and I. And that's where the future is. Right now, Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft have their own silos of data. Right now, they control us moving through their websites. What we need is the ability to move amongst all of them with one persona. That's going to mean sharing data. So that's what we got to look for. who is going to be the facilitator? Who's going to be the glue that brings this together so that I can go to the ABBA concert on Facebook, and then I can go to Apple's channel and go be at the Super Bowl and sit on the bench next to Tom Brady. And do the same thing on Google. But I got to have one avatar. And that means we're sharing our data. And many months ago, I did a video indicating, a series of videos actually, that that's going to be how you and I are going to profit off of the next step of the internet. We will own our data. Right now, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Apple own our data and don't share it with each other. They sell it to advertisers. We have to now move in and share in those advertising dollars. In other words, General Motors, if you want to advertise to me on Facebook, Google, Apple, or through Microsoft or whatever, you can, but I'm going to share in the proceeds of the advertising dollar. And I will have my own persona within the various YouTube channel or the various websites and channels and platforms. Okay, this is big. It will not be, I don't believe, as big as the health cure revolution because the stakes are so much higher. This is entertainment. This is access to new and different things. The biotech, the health cure revolution, is about living longer and living healthier and taking disease out of our bodies and probably 3D printing our replacement parts. That's what this channel's all about. I don't care. Although I'm having a good day in the market this day, this is Monday, and I think I was up $14,000, so that makes me happy. But this is where the big dollars are going to be made. This is where you're going to find the Facebook of the 80s, or of the, I guess, the 2000s, or the Amazons of the 90s, or the Microsoft or Apples of the 80s. This is where you're going to find it. And that's what this channel's all about, helping you find it. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.